This is a follow-up on what we discussed in two other videos about development. The steps towards development in our rural places. I think the first and the foremost thing we need to do is carry out a consultation with the locals, the local leaders, the community leaders, the churches that are doing work or they are on site, on ground in those rural areas. Also the leaders and the mothers and youths on the ground, no place. Proper consultation is very important because, when you start discussing and when you start to getting their views and opinions about development aspect lo province district blongol lo place stret blongol payu harem or sambla or kupla totok, and you'll be surprised to know that some of the problems and the challenges that they faced in those places are not known. It's because Solman all no ask him all na walk him some proper research na kind of thing. Plenty time from the development standpoint, we especially in the leadership role, or if we run an organization that does social impact program or place number, we think that because we have our vision, mission, objective, goals, na kind of something else. Most of our grant and incentives programs are done in a way that it ticks the boxes that you want it, you like him long. An organization will have certain requirements that this particular village needs to meet before this service by all by granting, all by working, or a donor agency got checkbox to tick. So suppose this place or this local NGO or community, meeting all requirements from this donor agency or this big corporate line or working kind of program or something. They will not run the program there now by passing na go not a place. So they want us to cooperate on them terms blongol. And I think that's the very challenging thing now, like all get all NGOs, local NGOs now, or social entrepreneurs where me looking mosem to get something from the bingos, big international NGOs, to get something from the bingos, you have to comply in a certain way. You have to tick some boxes so that you can be able to meet the requirements locational grant. And no got one time all by Tokol Sem. So this is your province, this is your district, this is your people. You tell us what you want, what you need, and we will find ways or we will try our best to assist you. No God. All by Tokol Sem. These are our requirements. You meet him, you kiss him grant or you kiss him support. So meet him, God. So plenty time, those development work will come up, place agriculture and one are done in a way that someone has to meet the requirements. Someone has to meet the qualification and the standards belong these all bingos now. They will allow those grant now or money law release. I think this leaves the local district no choices or villages no choice but to solely rely on the government, because government na district authority now, there's no requirements. The DDA, according to the DDA Act, is mandated to bring service to the local districts, to run programs and run services through the LLGs presidents and through the locals in the community. So the government services and blongolem stuff also. There is no tick box by me tick him or check box by me tick him na tokol sem. Yes, this village is qualified for the DDA funding. This village is qualified for the road project. No God. Time you me go lo department of national planning na or narablo or works department now or department set in the government. Then there has to be some checklist through law districts na province law meeting some kind of technical requirements. All by running more projects na program that are already earmarked and based on the policy and the national plan lo government na 5-year development plan lo district. Taso lo district yet. Em no katwam that tick box. Suppose you want the council of place na, you want the manlo district you stop na, looking service na, district leader putting running road come or working more service you got right to ask him na, question him why this line no come up, because you don't need working some the requirements lo larimol come inside. It is their job na, the district development authority and need the leadership lo current member, sitting member below you want them CEO or also call him district administrator and work belong all lo carry more service na come lo place below me the one you miss tabung. So look at on the requirements lo this plan. Look at on the something. And free or can just come through lo all channels or setting finish the local level government na all councillors, na churches, na all stakeholders will start inside finish lo district lo working work on them all. Now, earlier me touch him na me talk also lo site lo requirements, consultation. Consultation is important. Now, through law or districts, it's a kind of local level government where I'm governed by the presidents of that particular local level government. So you have the presidents of the local level government, and under the president you have the councillors, the ward councillors. Ward councillors often also work one time or church now, school na health services their lab. So and need law school na health services needs blow also channel through law councillor by discussing one time ward president, the council president. Now the president and by default and member of the district development authority board DDA president and by default and must staff. You president blow one LLG blow rest of district, you must have also board member inside finish. So suppose you start lab now, then that this like more time where consultation you working on them or people blow you, by you highlight him now you by bring him across law leaders blow you or district board members blow you, then you can build him or project plan also budget lo determine him one more projects by the run him lo this law districts, sub districts or by me talk local level government people, LLGs people. So suppose you start the press now you are wondering, thinking should I or would I maybe need one the requirements lo government service lo come lo place lo me no god you know need one the requirement or take one the box lo government bakarim service ka lo place lo. All you have to do is to have a proper dialogue na consultation with them local level government blah, district government or president blah, or council blah, blah. Come up with a plan what is best for that district, and then your council president blah, is the voice in the DDA. President Blue talk long, and then the services will come through. That's the channel. Just there's no other way around, unless the member discretion long and travel around and looking place. Me come up in budget na plan lo working more projects lo this side. There is no such thing as only the voters will get the service. No katong something no say voters taso by kisim service. This is so wrong, and that's not constitutional, and there is not according to the Public Service Act na DDA Act. No god. Na this law get something and thinking bloman na own thinking bloman na member na or people yet plus come up in this plan. There is no such thing as that. But of course you miss a witness him also make example or member will also take him this law on board na seriously also give him service ko pass to line only vote more past them. Bien also narabla. So that's ang Papua New Guinea politics. And this law kind something just stop. But channel me talk long and me explain him that's the way you by Karim complain or request lo you go through lo DDA na DDA barani programs lo place lo you local projects na development lo place. Na time ito to lo lo narabla aspect long am kind of say more bingos no international organization. Ano sa check him you me lo consultation lo you me am through some time but time you me working consultation also talk same you need lo got him this la think him so got a box na pa become arim. They want to do it in that way so that they will still have control over the projects. They will still have, because they have a report to write and tell the whole world that they did this and did that to this country and these districts. So you need to meet him up network. A very good friend of mine warned me about this. And one big national figure, a politician, and give me ting, and talking me also. Be careful with the bingos, the big international NGOs. Or people line. Me you plus have finish all stable country finish no work start. Me no nablo call him name lo here. But suppose you interested lo sabe you inbox me, but me give you examples for list line. Yeah. But thank you so much. You got right the development the place for you. Now you need to speak to your leaders and speak to your local level government and see how best you will bring those service lo place for you be. On the best plan, nice per daily plan.